heading over a particularly ugly gully and into the town or location or locality or area of Rathdowney. Now, Rathdowney has an interesting history in that it was named after a station that was purchased, if I'm not mistaken, sometime in the 1860s, 1870s, something like that. And it was a station that was bought by an Irishman who named it after the town where he had come from in Ireland, Rathdowney. Rathdowney itself was named after a rath, which was an earthen fort or fortress behind which soldiers crouched in preparation for attack or invasion. And the area became known as Rathdowney. I think I'm not certain exactly how. I believe that the rath was demolished or filled in or bulldozed, whatever form bulldozers took in those days, and it became known as Rathdowney. Anyway, the whole area here was called Rathdowney after the station, and it's a pretty little town, but there's not much going on. There's I think a servo, a pub, a general store, a sports ground. We're just going past the sports ground now, and we'll nip past the general store. Enjoy the drive. Heading towards Boonah, which is another little country town in this area, southeast Queensland, in the scenic rim, around about, I don't know, 30 or 40 k's from Bow Desert. Arrived at Boonah. Boonah's like most of the little towns that we see out here, an agricultural town in the sense that it's really just a centre for farmers. What I think would surprise you would be the value of the real estate out here. I've seen houses for as much as $800,000 or $900,000, which for a tiny country town is pretty impressive. And I suppose just shows how real estate values have increased dramatically since COVID in particular, when it was realised that it was possible to work from home, and therefore, of course, make your home a little better than crammed into a tiny box within the inner city somewhere, surrounded by neighbours. But it was possible then to come out to country towns like Boonah and have pretty well everything that you need. Obviously you have to travel a bit if you wanted to go to major hardware like Bunnings or shopping centres where there's a Big W or even a Woolworths or a Coles. And when you're in a country town, what do? You get yourself a pie. Cheers.